Hello and welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm explaining Oregon's homeless situation, okay? And first and foremost, it's not Oregon's problem. It's the rest of the country's problem, okay? I have been in Oregon pretty much my entire life. I have communicated with homeless people throughout my life in various, and for some reason I've always kind of just asked them, hey, where are you from? It's not like sometimes, I'll give them a buck and I'll go, hey, where are you from, right? And inevitably, they're from states that homeless policy is to be mean to them and kick them out and run them out, okay? Like the southern states, for example, okay? So this is where Oregon's homeless, because Oregon treats people with respect and humility and humanity. We have programs, and so we take care of these people, okay? We tried, okay? But then Oregon decriminalized drugs. Okay, now if you look at Portugal, look at the history of Portugal. They did this, and I believe like somewhere in the early 2000s, okay? They decriminalized drugs. And the growing pains that go along with adopting a sane drug policy is that everywhere that has insane drug policies, people go to the new sane drug policy location. So Oregon decriminalizes drugs, and there's no other state, nor Canada, Mexico decriminalize them, okay? So where are people going? To Oregon, okay? And then you add, obviously, the pandemic, okay? So this is the truth. And there are solutions to the homeless situation. Utah solved the homeless problem in their state, and I believe it was about 2014-ish, give or take a year. They actually did what you need to do. They put homeless people into homes, okay? That way you can take a shower, you can get a night's sleep, you can make yourself food and get up and go to work. Okay, when you're homeless living in a tent, all you can do is survive. Okay, period. There's one solution, homes for the homeless, okay? And there's more than enough resources in this world to provide for them. Now, Utah had to stop their program because why? Because they were the only sane homeless program in the country. As good as Portland or Oregon is with homeless, they paled in comparison to what Utah was doing. Salt Lake, I think, specifically. So, what happened? All the homeless people went to freaking Utah, overwhelming Utah's system, so Utah had to shut that program down, okay? So, we're a world. You can't just solve problems here and there and then expect there to not be more problems from solving other problems. Unfortunately, that's the way it is, okay? Now, why should Oregon taxpayers and Oregon residents be burdened with all this and this? Because Oregon wants sane drug policy in their state. Well, who knows? This drug war is a fascist thing from bygone era, but it's a cash cow for the government, and it's a cash cow for a bunch of predatory corporations, okay? So that's really what's going on, all right? It is not Oregon's problem, it's every single other state's problem, because every single other state and the federal government is doing it wrong. So we do it right, now everybody comes here. And they don't have the means to live here. They got a tent, okay? And that's the truth. Now, one step further, because of the whole defund the police request, which basically is like, no, we just want a larger variety of police. We don't want to get rid of all police. We just want police that do this and that. And basically people just want back what the fucking Reagan got rid of, which is a mental health program that deals with people. That just got thrown in the garbage. So now it's cops that have to deal with it. And that's really the crux of the issues, because we only have people with guns showing up to every single event, right? So now Portland's like, defund the police and all this. But really, like I just said, it doesn't really mean defund them, right? It just means give us more variety. Well, that point that I just made is lost on the police community. And if we look at what happened in Baghdad, when we sent all the police and the military, or Iraq in general, when we sent all the police and the military home, they turned into ISIS, okay? So I personally believe that part of the crime wave that Portland is experiencing is a concerted effort by certain organizations that also have people in police enforcement that are trying to destabilize Portland. One of the most beautiful cities in the whole world, okay, is being destabilized because of the way the citizens want to run their state, their city, okay? That doesn't align with the military-industrial police complex. That's bottom line, okay? So Oregon's homeless problem is not Oregon's homeless problem. It's every other state. So if you're in any one of those states, you need to get your shit together and start taking care of your people, all right? And when it comes to sane drug policies, yeah, that should have happened like about 10 years after they started the drug war. It should have been realized, oops, prohibition doesn't work. Gee, we should have learned our lesson from alcohol. Morons that are just trying to create a police state, man. It has nothing to do with the drug war. It has everything to do with the police state that was developed to go after the drugs. And now that is our ISIS. If we don't dismantle it in an appropriate way, redistribute those fascists that steal from the citizenry of the United States in civil forfeiture, how are you just going to end that? Those thieves are used to taking that money, okay? And if we just end it like a whoop, they'll become ISIS. So we need to get those police into other things that are fascist drug warriors, adopt sane drug policies in the entire country, and then we won't have a homeless crisis in Oregon. There'll be a few homeless people in every little city all around. That's not even right, because if there's just a few, you'd think we'd be able to take care of them, right? It's a few over in this city, a few over in that city. But they get concentrated into the cities that are humane, okay? And I'm talking about all the red states. That's where most of our homeless problem comes from, is because the cruel, inhumane red state way. Like, yeah, no, you can't have an abortion, and no, you can't have assistance. Once you get that, then you didn't really need, right? I mean, that's like unwanted humans. Oh, you know, why is it why do they want them? Because guess where they end up voting? Yeah, that's why they're going after the abortion rights. Which is part of the reason why we have such a homeless issue. Is because too many people that should never been born are born. Now we want to stop the one way we have to try to, it's all connected, okay? Homeless people pretty much come from one subsection of society. The subsection of broken people that shouldn't be breeding in the first place, right? Have a nice life, don't breed. So anyway, that's what's going on in Oregon. The truth, okay? Some of it's sinister. Is there some black ops going around? I mean, we saw the unclothed guys kidnapping people off the streets of Portland. Did those individuals just start to do destabilizing operations in the city? Probably. Like, subscribe, peace, have a great day.